Hey, Kristen, do you have a moment? Oh, hey, Victoria. Yes, I'm free. Thanks for joining the dinner with the families today. You know, I was shocked earlier. About what? I didn't know you were a high school dropout. Is it that shocking? Well, I've never met one before. Most people around me graduated from university. Oh, yeah? Quite a few people around me didn't go beyond high school. That's because you're in a low-level environment. Honestly, I'm uncomfortable becoming family with someone who's poorly educated. Victoria, you seem to have a biased perspective, but your education level doesn't matter once you're in the real world. I'm working full-time and supporting myself, so there's no issue. But people with a low education level can't get decent jobs and must be poor. That's a huge prejudice. Prejudice? It's the truth. You must be working some low-wage job, right? I work full-time, thank you. But being a high school dropout means you're not smart. I can't believe someone like you is joining the family. I'm also not thrilled about having a prejudiced person like you in the family. Oh, by the way, can you skip my wedding? What? Why? It's my brother's wedding. Of course I'm going. You really can't take a hint, can you? If you insist on coming, you better have a gift ready. We don't need people just coming for the food. You are incredibly rude. Of course I'll have a gift. Are you sure? I know how to act properly, don't worry. Good then. But you don't have to come just because you're family. My family and friends are all degree holders. You might feel out of place. That won't happen. I'm not going to wear a sign that says high school dropout. Just try not to embarrass yourself. Yeah, sure. I'll send you an invitation. Reply quickly, okay? Got it. Hi, Kristen. Did you get the wedding invitation? Yes, I got it yesterday. I marked my attendance and sent it back today. So you really plan to come, huh? Make sure to write a fat check, okay? We booked a large venue and chose the most expensive course for the reception. So, I'm expecting at least $2,000 from you. $2,000? That's a bit steep, isn't it? It's only fair for family. But maybe paying that much is tough for a high school dropout. It's more than a month's salary, right? If you really need the money that much, I can give it to you. Really? Pretending to be well off? No need to push yourself. You never intended to invite me, did you? Oh no, I did. It's just reluctantly. You've been mocking me ever since the dinner with both families. Of course. Andrew is a college graduate and a top elite in a major company. But you, his sister, is just a poor high school dropout. You must have left all your talents in your mom's womb. A big sister who is so considerate about her future brother brings tears to my eyes. It's true that I didn't finish high school, but assuming I'm poor because of that is simple-minded. Looking down on others with prejudice will come back to bite you someday. Coming from someone with no education, that's not convincing. You should be grateful to me. My entire family and relatives are college graduates working in big companies. I just got hired by a famous company too. Well, congratulations. Your family members are at least finished high school, right? Yet, here you are, a dropout, making you the black sheep of the family. Inviting someone like you, isn't that generous of me? No, I'm not grateful, you snob. Stop being so stubborn. Anyway, make sure you bring a proper gift. Low-educated beggar. Hey, Kristen, I need to check something with you. Hey, Bridget, what's up? I received an invitation for Victoria's wedding. I got one too. She seems to have reluctantly invited me, though. She looks down on me because I'm a high school dropout. I'm really sorry about that. No, it must be tough for you as her cousin. Yeah, it's been a challenge. So, what's the issue? The venue location on my invitation is different from the one sent to others. What? I was planning to meet up with my family and noticed this when I contacted them. She seems to resent me, so I thought it might be deliberate. You've been getting snide remarks from her too, so I thought you might have gotten the same. My invitation says Hotel A. Mine too, but others were told Hotel C. What? That's a completely different place. Knowing her, she might have done this on purpose. Instead of not inviting us, she wants to send us to a different venue. Yes, so I plan to stay home on the wedding day. Oh, Bridget, are you sure about that? Why? You're a friend of Andrew, which is how she met him. More importantly, you're my friend. I consider you a close friend, even though we haven't known each other long. So I'm going to contact Andrew and give him a piece of my mind. I don't think it'll help. What do you mean? He's easily influenced, so maybe you're right. It might be pointless. Actually, there's something hard to discuss over messages. So, there's more to this. How about we have dinner together tomorrow? Yes, I'd like that. Great. Tell me everything tomorrow. Hey, Kristen, the ceremony is about to start, but we haven't seen you yet. As the groom's sister, you should have arrived early. I'm already at the venue. Yeah, right. Neither Andrew nor I have seen you. That's strange. My invitation said Hotel A, but I haven't seen you guys either. Oh, really? Hotel A? We would never have it in such a cheap place. Oh, I see. You got tricked into going to a fake wedding venue. A fake venue? Did you really think we'd invite someone like you with no education? You wrote down the wrong venue on purpose? Of course. It's so easy to trick a high school dropout. Haha, we're having our wedding at a different venue. But I'm not telling you where. Enjoy your lonely ride home. Too bad, but I don't think I'll be feeling lonely. Yeah, whatever. Everyone's where I am. What? Everyone? Yes, all the guests you invited. They're all here with me. Since it was supposed to be a family and close friends wedding, this place is spacious enough. The reservation happened to be available, so we decided to have a reception here instead. No way! I don't understand. Have you lost your mind? Why would everyone leave my special wedding to go to where you are? If you're going to make jokes, you should make them better to be funny. If you think it's a joke, wait a bit longer. Aw, did you want some attention? This is why high school dropouts are so childish in their thinking. It's laughable and amusing when an idiot who doesn't know anything says that. Who are you calling an idiot? You'll see it in time. Just wait a little longer. I won't fall for that. The one who's going to end up crying is you, Kristen. Hey, what's going on? Oh, Victoria, what's the matter? The ceremony should have started long ago, but no one has shown up except Andrew and me. I figured. What? Well, a wedding with just the two of you can be lovely too. Don't be ridiculous. Why hasn't anyone come? It's bizarre. I've tried contacting them, but no one's responding. They might be too busy eating and chatting to notice. That doesn't make any sense. Today is my wedding. On such a special day, what are they doing? They're eating. That's not what I mean, you uneducated fool. Ooh, scary. You want to know why? It's simple. To them, it's not a special day. What? No one wants to celebrate your marriage. Why not? Isn't it obvious? Bridget told me everything. Andrew is her boyfriend, right? And you stole him just because you liked him? Isn't that right? That woman, she blabbed everything. I heard it directly from her during dinner the other day. But she loved Andrew deeply, so she gave up. She blamed herself, thinking she wasn't attractive enough, even though that's not true. It's not my fault we liked the same person. And they weren't engaged at the time, so I did nothing wrong. But you intentionally invited Bridget to the wedding, right? You sent her an invitation with the wrong venue to humiliate her. That's so cruel. Choosing a woman like you, Andrew is a real jerk. Who do you think you are to judge? I also confirmed the facts with him. And what did he say? It's natural for a man to be drawn to an attractive woman. He didn't show any remorse. Both of you are disgusting. He's not wrong. He always confided in me, saying Bridget was boring. She did the housework, but she was too guarded and had no feminine charm. He said I was a lot sexier and more exciting, so I comforted him in every way. Naturally, we ended up together. And you told Bridget this directly, right? Why wouldn't I? I wanted to teach that worthless woman a lesson. And I told her that if she revealed this, he'd release embarrassing photos of her. Wow, that's despicable. Well, the guests already know the truth. Gasp! So, that's why no one showed up. Even your mother didn't know, and she was furious. She said you should understand where you stand. Darn it. Then, as promised, I'll spread those embarrassing photos of her online. Oh, your uncle mentioned something. He said if you try anything cowardly, you'll have to repay the $50,000 he gave you for school. What? You only got into university because of family support, right? He helped you and your mom multiple times when you struggled as a single-parent family. He said he won't take it easy on someone who repays kindness with betrayal. So it's better if you don't. You have no allies left. What is this? Did you plan all of this? Yes, I did. Family shame should be handled within the family, and Bridget is a good friend of mine. So don't think this ends here. For now, enjoy your wedding. Just the two of you. Who do you think you are, you witch? Convince everyone to come back right now. Do it immediately. Hey, why are you ignoring me? This is unbelievable. I stayed up late calling guests, but no one answered. Of course, the wedding was canceled, and we had to pay the cancellation fees. We were having such a good time, but you kept calling persistently. Everyone turned off their phones. Canceling the wedding last minute is so messed up. We had to cover all the costs ourselves since we didn't get any cash gifts. Well, that's good for you. What's good about it? Do you have bugs in your head because of your lack of education? It's a good thing. It's a chance for you to understand the gravity of your actions. A chance? Is there more? Screw you! You ruined my special day. I'm going to sue you for damages. You'll pay for everything. Oh, are you going to betray your parents and relatives even more? They all agree with my actions. If you fight me, you're fighting all of them. Especially your uncle. Bridget's dad is very angry. Oh. Why did you hurt the daughter of someone who helps you? You should have realized it was a bad idea. When I went to see her and met Andrew, I never knew such an attractive man existed. He came from a single-parent home, just like me, and his mother was sick. He said since you were a dropout and useless, He wanted to get a good job and make his mother's life easier. I thought he was amazing and hot, perfect in every way. So you got smitten and decided to steal him? He was probably just making excuses to cheat. A dropout and useless? He didn't explain about me at all, huh? That's why you treated me like this. What are you talking about? It's hard to understand when an idiot speaks. You said you got hired by a famous company recently. Yes, so what? But you're a temp worker, right? Shut up. Temp workers do almost the same work as regular employees. Working at a famous company is impressive. Andrew introduced you to that company, didn't he? Yes, what's your point? I'm the HR director there. What? But I didn't meet you during the interview. I'm the one who makes the final decisions. I often delegate interviews to my capable subordinates, especially for temp positions. I don't understand. How can a dropout work at a famous company? I dropped out because I was apprenticing as a chef at a restaurant. I trained for 8 years and then got hired at a food company through connections. They wanted to use my skills for product development. It's an unusual path, but it makes sense, right? No way! A female chef? What's wrong with a woman being a chef? Now, because I needed flexible hours to care for my mom, I transferred to HR. Andrew asked me to hire you as a temp worker, and I reluctantly did. So, you got the job because of my connections. He never said anything about it. He just said it was through a contact. He probably didn't want to admit he asked me for help. He has his ego. I thought I'd tell you when you started, but I've decided you won't be hired. What? I never confirmed your hiring. It was still under consideration. But Andrew said it was a sure thing because it's a temp position. Did you sign a contract or make a formal agreement? If he said it was fine, wouldn't you believe it? You're both so naive, both in love and work. Stop it! I can't lose this job. I struggled to find it and begged Andrew for help. If my family doesn't want anything to do with me and I don't get this job, what am I supposed to do? I don't know, but good luck. I'm pregnant. What about my baby? Yes, it's unfortunate your baby has you as a mother. One more thing I need to tell you. What now? It's something you'll find out later. Oh my God, I can't take this anymore. Will an apology fix this? Please, wait. Kristen, what have you done? Oh, you're so annoying. It's still early. What's wrong? Andrew asked for a divorce. It's your fault, isn't it? Is he asking for compensation, too? Yes, because you exposed everything. He's demanding damages. Of course he is. Since when do you? Ever since I got the invitation, I thought I couldn't let it slide. So I hired a private detective to investigate you. And bingo, you were cheating on Andrew. Ugh. Your other man didn't even know you were with someone else. I spoke directly with him. He was serious about you. He said he was saving money to move in together. But you dumped him right before the wedding. There's photo evidence. It was just a fling for me. I didn't expect him to be serious. You're a terrible woman for deceiving a man who truly loved you. But divorcing me over one affair? That's overreacting. What did you tell Andrew? I just mentioned something that caught my attention. I wondered if the baby you're carrying is really his. How dare you? Then get a DNA test. You're 4 months pregnant, right? The thing is... Oh, you already did. He snooped around your drawers. No! He found the test results. Oh my God! If you wanted to hide it, you should have put it somewhere harder to find or thrown it away. That's why he was so shocked and asked for a divorce. You're a devil. How far will you go to ruin someone's life? Are you that upset I took him from Bridget? Your fake friendship. It's disgusting. Shut up, you wretch. She's my dear friend. We met through Andrew a few months ago. But I've been saved by her kindness so many times. I'm hot-headed. Her calm and sensible nature taught me a lot. Do you think I'd stay silent while you hurt someone so important to me? Fine, I apologize. I'm really sorry. So, can you please stop causing any more trouble? I didn't get the job, and with the divorce, I'm really struggling. Can you help me out? Don't be ridiculous. Someone like you should just go to hell. Neither you nor Andrew will ever be forgiven. Wait, there's no one else to help me. I have no one else to rely on. Please, I'll even get on my knees and beg. Your apologies are worthless. Bridget's scar will remain forever. You should carry your guilt for the rest of your life. Please, spare me, help me. No way. Good luck surviving on your own. After that, Andrew and Victoria divorced. The custody of the baby went to the man she was cheating with. After the birth of her child, she started working as a cashier at a supermarket during the day and as a night shift cleaner at a factory at night. She barely has any time to sleep and is exhausted every day. Since she has to pay compensation and child support, she'll have to continue this lifestyle for a while. On the other hand, Andrew quit his job. His high pride couldn't handle the betrayal from Victoria, and he started making mistakes at work. He got scolded by his superiors constantly and eventually found it unbearable to stay at his job. Now, without the support of his family or relatives, he will lead a lonely and impoverished life, which, like Victoria, is well-deserved.
I have to thank you, Ashley, because you accepted to become a stepmother of my kid. And you show love for my kid as if he was your own son. You're really a goddess who appeared in front of me.
That's too much to call me a goddess. What are you talking about? I married you because I loved you. Besides, your son is so cute.
I'm glad you like kids. When my ex-wife died 2 years ago, I thought my life was over.
It's so sad that she had to leave her adorable 4-year-old child behind. Your ex-wife must have been so disappointed.
Yeah, I thought I had to take responsibility for Liam, for my ex-wife's sake, but I don't have my parents, so I couldn't rely on anyone. If I hadn't met you, the situation would have been really bad.
I know I'm new as a mother, but I'll take good care of your son.
You're already a good mother. Liam already calls you Mom.
Since we registered, I'm a real mom from today. Tomorrow is finally our wedding day.
After that's over and we're back from our honeymoon, we can finally live together.
I'm glad we found a nice apartment on the 7th floor with a great view. Liam seems to like heights. I'm glad he wasn't scared.
Oh, about the trip. I'm sorry I have to leave early.
You're working, right? I don't mind if I come home with you.
That's okay. It's your first time in New York, right? I want you to take it easy and go sightseeing.
Really? I feel bad.
I've been there before. Don't worry about it. Actually, I've traveled there with my ex-wife.
So it's a place that holds a lot of memories for you then. Isn't it too painful?
No, it's fine. Well, she left some extra stuff behind other than memories.
What's that? Personal stuff that you can't get rid of?
Something like that. And it's not easy to get rid of. I'm in a real pickle. I'm thinking of throwing it in the river. Oh, but is it a crime to throw something in the river?
It would be like illegal dumping, although I don't know what you're going to dump. You can't do that.
I'm just kidding.
So now that we're registered, there's something I want to tell you.
What?
Shall we have kids too?
Huh?
Of course. I will never disrespect Liam. I'll love him just the same.
Do you understand what you're saying?
What? Yes, I've thought about it a lot. I think it's not too late for us to raise another child. I don't think it's too late at all.
It's not a question of early or late. What would you do if we had a girl?
I think it's cute whether it's a boy or a girl. I mean, you suddenly sound a little scary. What's wrong? Are you mad at me?
I don't think girls are cute. Don't say you want kids so easily.
James, what's wrong?
I'm saying, what are we going to do if a scumbag girl is born?
Something's wrong.
Women should go away. Women should go away. Women should get the hell out of my life.
What's wrong? You're scaring me.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Are you surprised?
Yeah, you scared me. Suddenly you're a different person.
We just got registered, so I think it's too early to think about kids.
You're right. Sorry.
I want you to think about Liam first. If you can't do that...
What?
I might hit you. Oh, that's another joke.
I guess it's not funny. I'm getting ready for the trip now, so I'll see you later. Is this guy really James? My name is Ashley. James and I got registered today, and James has a 6-year-old son. I met my husband through a friend of mine, and we hit it off and had a great relationship in no time. James must be busy with work and raising his child, but he is a very kind man who never forgets to care for me. That's what I thought until just a few minutes ago. What was that change in his attitude just now? Even if he was joking, he was not the kind of person who would make such a bad joke. Tomorrow is our wedding day, and we're planning our honeymoon. I'm getting a cold sweat. From the text messages my mother sent me during the trip, the sense of discomfort that I felt earlier began to reveal itself little by little. The truth of my husband was... It's crazy to lock up your kid and go on a honeymoon. Mom, what are you talking about? I just went to your new place. Did you finish setting up my computer? I'm not tech savvy, so I'm glad you're familiar with it. This is not the time for that. What? Liam was left at home. What is James thinking? There's no way that's possible. And you even removed the lock from the front door so that it can't be opened from the inside. Unbelievable. The lock is removable for security. I wonder if James removed it. Why are you so careless about this? You're disgusting. If you hated your stepchild so much, you shouldn't have married him. I don't know why you've been accusing me since a while ago. And you even hid the remote control for the air conditioner? The temperature in the room got as high as 39 degrees Celsius and your daughter is in critical condition. They said the critical point is tonight. Daughter? My stepchild is a boy. Huh? Besides, of course Liam is with us. He's enjoying the trip with us. Liam is a boy? Stop saying scary things, okay? Mom, it's so hot outside. Maybe you hallucinated or something. Be careful of heat stroke, okay? Are you sure Liam is a boy? That's what I told you. Well, but she's a girl. Her hair was short, but she was wearing a skirt. Who is this girl? Liam. Mom, you need to rehydrate. Get some rest. Wait, I'm feeling perfectly fine. I've only met Liam once, but there was a girl lying on the floor who looked like her. What's that? Now it's a horror show? I'm not lying, and she was so skinny. Liam is medium built. You saw him at the wedding, didn't you? Yes, but I thought maybe you haven't fed her since then. Then who is this girl? Why is there a girl in your apartment that you don't know? And she looks just like Liam. I don't understand. Is the girl alright? You said the critical point is tonight. She's fine. I exaggerated to make you understand the gravity of the situation. She's conscious now. Oh, that's good. Hey, I was wondering, did you look at James's family history when you got registered? I didn't. Come to think of it, I think he kind of hid it from me. But I didn't really care at that time. Do you think maybe? No way. Can you check when you come back from the honeymoon? No. What? That's too late. I'm leaving tonight while James is sleeping. I've got a terrible feeling in my heart. I have to find out right away. This is no time for a carefree honeymoon. Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Come on, give me a reply. Where the hell are you?
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Took me a while to get my mind straight.
Finally, I woke up this morning and you and Liam were gone, so I was really worried. Where are you now? Maybe you went for a walk and got lost? Still, you should at least call me.
We're not in New York anymore.
What?
We're back home.
What? Without me?
Yeah.
You had me worried. What's wrong?
I finally found out who you really are. You've been deceiving me this whole time.
What are you talking about?
Liam is a twin, isn't he?
What? Don't tell me you went to our new apartment.
I did, and I saw a girl who looked just like Liam.
I can explain.
What?
That's my brother's kid, who came over to play without permission. She's really not well raised. That happened a lot, at my old place too. I'm sure my brother told the kid about my new place.
You don't have any siblings, do you? No one came to the wedding.
That's because he's a terrible brother. I didn't want to introduce him to you, so I pretended I didn't have a brother.
Really?
I'll take the kid back to my brother. I'll have to give him a stern talking to. So this is not like what you think.
Well, what is it that I think it is, for example? That girl's name is Lily, right?
What? She said her name?
Liam and Lily. Their names sound like twins.
It's just a coincidence. We're brothers, so my brother and I have similar sensibilities, and we ended up naming our children with similar names.
Oh, just kidding, just kidding.
What?
I know all about you because I did some research.
Without my permission? It's an invasion of privacy.
Well, we are registered, so I do have the right, you know.
So you're saying you know everything?
Yeah. Why did you hide Lily's existence until now?
Because she's a girl.
Yeah, and?
That's all.
Huh?
Because women are the trash of society. She's not mine. When I heard we were having twins, I was so happy because I thought I was having 2 boys. But Lily let me down.
What are you talking about? She's your own precious child. Boy or girl, they're adorable.
It's a waste of money to raise a woman who has to depend on a man to survive. Weak, stupid, so ugly that they have to wear makeup.
What's that? I'm a woman too, and so is your mother, who gave birth to you.
Mom was a slave to my father and I. I plan to make you a slave as well. That's what marriage contracts are for, right?
Who thinks like that nowadays? James, you were so kind to me.
That was just a bait. It's funny how easy it is to get a woman to fall for you if you're nice to her. You were tricked into marrying me. You know, women are so easy to deal with because they're so stupid.
You're a bastard to look down on women that much.
Besides, my son is the only one who can carry on my will. I'll make sure he gets a thorough education and becomes the president of a big company that earns a lot of money.
But that doesn't mean you have to mistreat your own daughter. Lily's life was in danger.
That was the whole point. I didn't think you would find out. How did you know?
My mom found her in our apartment.
Huh? You gave her the key?
Yeah, I wanted her to set up my computer. I'm not good with machines, but Mom knows about these stuff.
Oh, really? Women are such assholes. They act so stupidly. If you're going to let people in our apartment, you should ask permission from your husband.
Good thing I didn't tell you beforehand. If I had told you, you never would have given me permission. If Mom hadn't come, who knows what would have happened to Lily.
Nothing would have happened. I was planning to come home first, and if she was alive, I was going to throw her in the river. That way, it would have never happened in the first place, right?
That's terrible. Wait, you were talking about the stuff your ex-wife left behind that you couldn't get rid of. Were you talking about Lily?
That's right. Was it illegal dumping? Well, if they don't find the body, I won't get caught, right? The river near our neighborhood is close to the ocean, so I figured I could go for it.
It's not illegal dumping. It's murder.
So what? It's the difference between doing it after she's born and doing it before she's born.
What do you mean?
When my ex-wife got pregnant and I found out she had a girl in her belly, I was in total despair. And the worst part was, we were having twins.
Having twins is such a nice thing.
It's not. I wanted to punch her in the stomach, but I couldn't do it because I was afraid it might kill the boy.
Well, if it wasn't twins.
I would have beaten her till the baby was gone.
I didn't want to hear that.
I was going to get rid of the girl right after she was born, but that woman got in the way.
Of course she would protect her precious daughter.
If you're going to get rid of her, hit me instead. That's what she said, so I gave her what she wanted.
Oh my goodness, you got rid of her.
That's not true. She was getting crazier and crazier, and at the end, I didn't do anything, but she just collapsed. Oh, I really chose the wrong woman.
Even if the violence wasn't the direct cause, it was unquestionably your fault that she died. Your ex-wife and Lily are your family. How could you do such a thing? You criminal?
Liam is the only family I have. That woman should have taken Lily to heaven with her, but she left her behind.
You jerk! And how did Lily survive until now? She was so skinny, so I can imagine she wasn't given proper meals.
For the time being, I kept her as a housekeeper for Liam and I, but I was going to get rid of her because I didn't need her anymore if I was going to marry you.
Why did you bring her all the way to our new apartment?
I cancelled the lease on the old apartment, so I had no choice but to throw her in the new one. Lucky for me, I could remove the lock so that the kid couldn't get out.
I didn't make the door with a removable lock for that kind of thing.
For security, right? It's a waste of money when you don't have burglars very often. It's more useful to lock the garbage in.
Garbage? Lily is a living person. Why are you talking like that?
It's the job of the producer, the parents, to remove bad things that they had made. I'm just fulfilling my duty. It's much more irresponsible to give birth to garbage and leave it there. A woman is worthless.
Even if you are the parent, you have no right to take your child's life.
Says the woman who's never been a parent.
I am Liam's parent.
You're just a stepmother.
But I love him.
That's disgusting. Well, never mind. You're going to be a slave to me and Liam from now on anyway.
I'm not going to be a slave to a crazy scumbag.
Huh?
I'm divorcing you.
We just got married the other day. There's no way you can do that.
I don't care how long we were married. I can't live with such a flawed human being.
Did you just call me a flawed human being?
Yes, I did. And not just any flawed human being. You're the worst kind of criminal, with all of your screws loose.
You scum! I'll beat you up in a second.
You can't do that, because you'll get caught.
Huh? Why?
Because what you did was an act of neglect.
I've raised Liam with great care.
It's not enough to just raise one of your kids. It's your duty to raise both of the twins.
You're kidding. I'm going to get caught because of that little scum? I haven't even thrown the garbage in the river yet. You're the one who got in my way. Why would I get caught?
Parents are human beings, and if you have more than one child, I'm sure your love for them can be skewed sometimes. But you did something you should never have done.
Raising a piece of filth like that is what I shouldn't have done for the world.
If you're this crazy, you're screwed. Also, I'm going to report you for assaulting your ex-wife, so be a grown man and just get caught.
No, Liam will miss me.
I'll get custody of Liam. I'll never let you see him again.
You've got to be kidding me. He's my son.
I have adopted him, and there's a great chance I can get custody of him. Besides, Liam himself says he wants to come with me.
That's a lie. There's no way he'd want to stay with you, who isn't even related to him.
Even in front of Liam, you did terrible things to your ex-wife and Lily, didn't you? Poor Liam. He's been traumatized.
I just showed him what a man should be like.
You also threatened him that if he told anyone about Lily, you would treat him the same way you treated Lily. Because of that, he couldn't tell me about Lily, and he lived in fear. Of course, he doesn't want to be with someone like that any longer.
No way. Give me back my Liam.
I won't let you have him.
Stop it. Who'll take over my will when Liam's gone? My reason for living is to raise him to be a great president.
You've lost both Liam and Lily, and you're going to live in total darkness. Goodbye. Reflect on your life behind bars.
No!
James was charged with criminal charges against parents involving the abuse or neglect of a child. The text messages between him and I became one of the evidence, and he was found guilty of violence against his ex-wife and sentenced to 5 years in prison. He didn't want to leave Liam, and for a long period of time, he had been complaining that he didn't want to get divorced. But the divorce suit was finally granted. I was able to get custody of Liam as well. James did not want Lily, which was no surprise, so I adopted Lily as well, and she became my child. When I first met her, who was skinny and looked very frightened, I promised myself that I would protect both Lily and Liam for the rest of my life. This incident became news, and everyone around James knew about it. As a result, James will have to live alone for the rest of his life. I became a mother of 2 at once. I will raise my 2 beloved children happily in cooperation with my mother.
Hey sis, how old are you now? Dolly? I thought I hadn't heard from you in a while. What is it? Just tell me, how old are you? I'm 45. Oh, that's right. Oh, thank God. It's not like I've lost my mind or gone back in time. What do you mean? Sis, you're getting married. Mom told me. Oh my God. Mom told you? Yes, we're getting married in 3 months. My fiancé and I went to our parents' house yesterday to tell them. This is so big. Why aren't you inviting me? On the contrary, why do you think I would invite you? The family has severed all ties with you. That's just a front for Dad. Mom still calls me family. We keep in touch. Oh, really? I mean, that's not important right now. I heard that your fiancé is a young, handsome, 25-year-old CEO. You're a 45-year-old hag, and you're marrying a guy 20 years younger than you. I know being called an old hag is hard to hear, but yes, he's 25. That's the same age as me. Why would an ugly old hag like you, unsold merchandise, be able to marry a young, good-looking CEO? I don't get it. I mean, you're just trying to get back at me, aren't you? Pardon me? What do you mean? I'm a real daughter born from Mom and Dad, but you're only half-blood because you're the daughter of Dad and his ex-wife. You were jealous of me because I'm young, pretty, brilliant, and loved by Mom and Dad. So you whispered some lies into Daddy's ears and got me kicked out of the house. And you weren't satisfied with that. So you are going to marry a handsome CEO the same age as me, as if to show me how it's done. You have such a warped personality. I'm not trying to show off at all. I wasn't going to tell you about the marriage because you were kicked out of the house. I didn't know Mom was taking your side. She always said you're too old to be her daughter. She and you don't have a drop of blood between you. It's only natural that she'd love me, right? Oh, is that so? I didn't know she thought that. Well, when we get married, we'll build our own house near his office and move. And I'll be away from your mother, so I don't care. Why are you acting so smug? That's the kind of thing that has always pissed me off. If you're going to do this, there are things I can do as well. Sis, Only 1 month left until the wedding? I have an unfortunate announcement for you. What is it? Ha ha ha! I'm in a soft and loving relationship with my sister's fiancé. Huh? He's 25 years old, the president of the company, Shane Greenwood. He's in a hotel with me right now. To be frank, I don't want to be disturbed by an older, haggard sister who is trying to get her hands on the goods. I heard that you work for Shane's company. I don't know how you got promoted, being an incompetent old hag. I'm amazed that you seduced the president of the company and got engaged to him. But I'm not going to let you get away with that. From now on, if I want to, I can tell Shane to fire my sister. If you think you can fight me just because you're the manager, you're gravely mistaken. What are you talking about? If it is my fiancé, he's with me right now. Who's Shane Greenwood? What? Are you trying to deceive me by pretending you don't know him? That's the kind of tactic you've been using to win Shane over, isn't it? But that kind of strategy won't work on me. You should know your place, you 45-year-old hag, marrying a handsome 25-year-old CEO. Shane said he would switch to me the moment he saw me. An old lady being the wife of the president is hilarious. He said he'd rather marry me, someone younger than him. Oh, is that so? I don't know what it is, but why don't you do whatever you want? I'll have the wedding as planned. There's no way you can do that. You're just in shock because you lost your fiancé to me. That must be why you can't think straight. My poor sister. Seriously, you're hilarious. Hey, sissy! Are you really going to have your wedding today? You're going to have a wedding even though you were rejected? That's amazing. You're so miserable. Are you crazy? I mean, you know the groom isn't going to be there, but you're just going through with the ceremony? That's so scary. Is it like they're going to use a mannequin as the groom? That's even more scary. Dolly, what are you babbling on about? If it's the groom you're talking about, we came to the wedding hall together, and we're both in the middle of getting ready. What? Even meeting up with a mannequin and getting ready? If you're that delusional, you're in trouble. Delusional? I mean, come on. Shane is with me right now. Oh, is that a fact? That's why you have no choice but to cancel the wedding today. No, your relationship and my marriage have nothing to do with each other. Huh? Are you a sore loser? I'm telling you, your groom is with me. There's no way you can have a wedding under the circumstances. It's not fair for an ugly hag to get engaged to a handsome executive. That's why I took him away from you. I get to be the boss's wife too, killing two birds with one stone. By the way, I went to City Hall yesterday to register our marriage, so you won't be able to take him back. As for me, I would have been happy to wait until after I watched your wedding ceremony get destroyed. But Shane said we should do it as soon as possible. I'm really loved. I see. So that's what you were aiming for. So take that. If you figured it out, why don't you call off the wedding? No matter how you try, there won't be a groom. It's really miserable to be dealing with a mannequin. I showed you what reality is. You're still being so full of delusion, you're scary. You're the one who's delusional, Dolly. Huh? My fiancé is called Roy Greenwood. You married Shane Greenwood. He's not the boss. What? What do you mean? Your fiancé is Roy Greenwood, not Shane? Shane Greenwood is my fiancé's twin brother. He was a former presidential candidate. What do you mean, former? He was going to be the president because he was the eldest son. But he was found to have embezzled company money and used it to play around with women. So he was eliminated as a candidate. At the same time, the father of the Greenwood family cut him off. So now he is an ordinary person with no connections to the company. He's my husband's twin brother. But when I first heard his name, it didn't ring a bell. It's because his existence has been erased from the Greenwood family's black history so that no one would talk about it. What? Embezzlement? Playing with women? That's a lie. He's not that kind of person. He says he's the president and he makes a lot of money. He also knows that you are the general manager. My name is on the company website. That's why he saw it and said it at random, didn't he? I heard he's always been good at lying to deceive women. That's not... I'm a customer relations person, so I put my name on the website for the customer's trust. I can't believe he would misuse my name for something like this. Maybe we need to rethink our policies a little. A lie! If that's the case, then where is Shane making his money from? If he's not the boss, how can he buy me bags and stuff? He's always at home. It's not like he works at a normal company. If you're always at home, aren't you a recluse? Maybe the money comes from other women paying. Or maybe he's won some money betting or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't work for our company. You must be crazy to think that a man who is always at home is the boss. I thought that because he's the boss, he can make money even if he lets employees do the work. I'm sorry, but being a boss is not such a leisurely job. Shane was kicked out of his parents' house. Roy, who wasn't supposed to be president, took over. He was working like a madman. He was trained from the ground up as an ordinary employee, making the rounds of clients, talking directly to customers, and so on. In the process, I had the opportunity to mentor him as a supervisor. That's how we got to know each other and we became lovers. I don't want to hear about the old lady's relationship. I mean, come on, Shane isn't the president? In fact, it's a lie that he might be a recluse, isn't it? Come on, why don't you ask him then? It's too late for that. He and I got registered yesterday. I remember you said he wanted to get married as soon as possible. Maybe he wanted to do it because he didn't want you to find out the truth and reject him. That's not true. You're lying because you're jealous of me. You're an old woman. You're doing this because you're jealous of me being so young, just like you kicked me out of the house so long ago. Oh, you're talking about the old days? As I recall, there was a big row when you stole my boyfriend. Dad got mad and kicked you out of the house. A womanizing husband and a predatory woman who repeatedly tries to steal my boyfriends. I think they make a perfect couple. I would never accept that. Trade husbands with me. I'm sorry, but... Now I'm angry. I'm gonna tell Dad about what happened today. You're the daughter of Dad's last wife. Maybe you think your dad is the only one who will stand by you. I'm going to go on a rampage and cry to him that you were bullying me. Do you think you can do that now? Do you know where your father is now? It's your wedding, right? Mom and I didn't get invitations. It's really rude to only invite Dad. But it's a nearby wedding anyway, right? It'll be easy to find if I look for it, and I'm going to get in and ruin the ceremony. The wedding is in Australia. What? You're kidding! An overseas wedding? Not just the wedding. I told you we were going to build our house near his company when we got married, right? The headquarters is actually in Australia. We're getting ready to build our own home, and Dad will be living here from now on. What? You and your mother didn't know that Dad was secretly preparing to move out? It's true! Dad's room is empty! Why did this happen? Why don't you ask yourself why this happened? Well, I have to get ready for the wedding. Bye. Sis! Wait a minute! I got married to a recluse! I'm not going to let you live a luxurious life abroad! Hey! Answer me! My husband and I were blessed by our trusted relatives and colleagues. We had a happy wedding in Australia, and we are still living in Australia. My father has long been aware that my mother was secretly communicating with Dolly, whom she should have disowned. I am enjoying a relaxing life in retirement, free from the selfishness of mother and sister. Shane has been a recluse ever since he was kicked out of his parents' house and has been living off his women. He had 3 other women in addition to Dolly. Dolly wanted to divorce him, but Shane threatened her, and she had no choice but to stay married to him. Furthermore, Dolly was also asked by her mother to help her financially. It seems that her face and personality have become distorted due to stress and anger from all sides. Even though she is still in her late 20s, she has become old, looking like she is in her 40s.
Linda? I heard you haven't gone home yet. Kevin was worried and called me. Where are you now? What? Oh, it's you. I don't like the idea of Kevin contacting you personally. It's kind of suspicious. Don't be silly. Hey, where are you? On a spa trip. Huh? You mean you're on a spa trip without saying anything to your husband, Kevin? Yep. You know, going out without telling your husband, I think you're the one who's doing something suspicious. You've been married for almost 2 years. I don't know who you're going to the spa with, but it's time you realized you're a married woman. You can't do anything that's going to raise suspicion. If you continue like this, you can't complain even if Kevin divorces you. Divorce? That would be a problem considering my current situation. Your current situation? Oh, it's nothing. But the only person who would suspect anything weird is you. Kevin would never doubt me. He would never ask for a divorce or anything like that. It's true that Kevin seems to have a soft spot for you. Anyway, you should call Kevin. When he called me, he sounded like he was too worried about you. Well, he likes me a little too much and it's a little creepy. Don't talk about your husband like that. Anyway, contact him immediately. Don't ignore his phone calls and texts. Even if you're on vacation, you can do it, can't you? You got it? Okay. Linda, are you traveling without telling Kevin again? What? Oh no, did Kevin call you again? Not just to me. I think he's checking with our parents too. Hey, I told you the other day, you shouldn't do things that worry him. Kevin is worried that you might be involved in an accident or something. He's turning pale from being worried, poor thing. What? Oh my God. He meddles too much in what I do. You're the one who's too indifferent. I think you and your husband need to communicate a little more. Cut it out. You're not even married, so don't preach me. I mean, you still don't know who I'm with? Aren't you with your friends? Nope. Then who are you with? Ha ha ha. Surprise, surprise, it's Tyler. Huh? Tyler? As in that Tyler? Yes, your fiancé, Tyler. I was with Tyler on our trip a month ago as well. Oh, really? You're surprised, aren't you? Of course I'm surprised. You were suspicious of me, so I wondered if you knew about it, but you didn't notice at all, did you? I was so close, though. You're a loser for being cheated on by Tyler, but you're trying to lecture me, and that's so funny. What are you doing? You have a husband, Kevin, so what are you doing? Well, I love your fiancé who is taller and more handsome than my husband. I'll give you my husband in exchange for your fiancé. How's that?
I don't want either of them.
What? You don't want either of them? You don't want Tyler, let alone Kevin?
Nope.
Then I guess I can have him. Yay, I win. Declaring victory over my sister who always acts like a serious girl and who I always don't like. I'm so excited.
Just so you know, Tyler is married now.
What?
To begin with, Tyler and I broke up 2 years ago.
What? 2 years ago? What's that? I didn't hear that.
I didn't tell you. I broke up with him because he was two-timing me with his current wife. I left him as soon as I found out. He wasn't engaged or married at the time, so I didn't end up being charged for compensation. You didn't realize that we had already broken up?
Oh, I see. You had broken up.
Anyway, you're in a really bad situation right now. Break up with Tyler as soon as possible. It won't do you any good if you try to continue with Tyler. He's married, so it's absolutely impossible.
Well, I'm going to enjoy this trip anyway.
What are you talking about?
It's funny that you seem to be jealous of me being so popular. What you say doesn't matter to me, because you're a poor single woman and I'm a cute and popular winner.
Huh?
Canceling on the date is a waste of money.
You don't even know what your top priority is.
My top priority is a trip to the spa with Tyler.
Hey, Linda, you have a husband, Kevin, and Tyler is a married man. Don't you know what this means? If you don't act soon, you'll be in big trouble. You better break up with Tyler.
Yes, I'll be fine.
Linda, you're on another trip?
Huh? Hey sis, what's up? You must have a lot of free time to text me at this hour. Oh, I remember, you were sadly single.
Well, of course you have time. Don't be silly. I heard you and Tyler haven't broken up yet.
Yeah, we haven't broken up yet. But how do you know?
Kevin told me.
What? Kevin? Did you tattled to Kevin?
No, it looks like your secret was exposed by someone else.
What?
Well, I couldn't keep quiet either, so I tried to tell him, that's for sure. Kevin seemed to have suspected your affair as of last month. He told me there's no need for you to tell me. I'm working to settle the matter. You didn't think he knew, but he already knew.
What? Who in the world would tell Kevin?
I think it was Tyler.
Huh? Why?
Because Tyler is that kind of guy.
That kind of guy?
You don't know the relationship between Kevin and Tyler, do you?
Relationship?
They were classmates in high school.
Really?
I just heard about it yesterday. Tyler was the one who saw Kevin as his rival and was always coming at him. Kevin had lost his girlfriend twice while he was in high school because of Tyler's harassment. The two met again through a business relationship and Tyler found out about Kevin's marriage. So you were the third target of Tyler's plunder.
What's that?
So, Linda, you had a relationship with Tyler with the intention of harassing me, right? Two people with the same mindset ended up meeting each other and then committing adultery with each other without any romantic feelings for each other. It's just so absurd. Well, I guess you deserve it. Having the idea of stealing someone's loved one would result in a bad ending.
Why didn't you tell me earlier?
I told you. I told you Tyler was married. I told you to break up with him quickly. You're the one who didn't listen to my advice.
Not that one. The relationship between Tyler and Kevin.
I told you I heard about it just yesterday. How could I tell you?
I'm leaving.
What?
I'm on the train to the spa, but I'm going home. Come to think of it, Kevin may not be the best looking guy, but he's a great ATM. It no longer makes sense to continue the relationship with Tyler and give up the good life I have now. So, I'm quitting. I'm going back to being Kevin's wife.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and try.
Sis, do you know where Kevin went?
Huh?
He's not here. When I came home earlier, all of Kevin's stuff was gone, and the divorce papers and a lawyer's business card were left in the living room. Why? What the hell is going on?
Why?
What the hell is going on? What part don't you understand? What? Look, Kevin already knows about your affair. Then it's only natural that he wants a divorce, right? You think Kevin would wait around for you after all this time? I don't think so. Can't you think with a little more common sense instead of being selfish? Huh? I already broke up with Tyler, so there's no need for a divorce. It's not right to unilaterally decide on a divorce without even listening to what I have to say. I guess it's too late now. Why? Even if you broke up with Tyler, it doesn't erase the fact that you cheated on him. But I broke up with him. It doesn't erase the fact that you betrayed Kevin. Anyway, I don't know where he went, so there's no point in asking me. He left his lawyer's card, right? If you want to talk about anything more, you'll have to go through his lawyer. Sis, Mom and Dad won't let me in the house. Huh? I didn't want to be alone in my apartment, so I came to Mom and Dad's place, but they've changed the lock on the front door and won't let me in. Why? Why do you think? I don't know. Their sweet daughter came home and they locked her out. Why would they do that? Do you think they still think of you as a sweet daughter? What do you mean? Kevin told them about your affair. What? Mom and Dad hate that kind of thing. It seems like they feel responsible as parents for raising you up like this. Considering your personality, it's obvious that once you're allowed to stay at their house, you'll be pampered and keep staying there. So Mom and Dad are determined not to let you in their house and to cut all ties with you. Cut all ties? Yes, cut all ties. You know what that means? I feel the same way as my parents. Go back to your apartment. It's the only place you can go back to at this point. Sis, I just came back to my apartment and a lawyer came to see me. Oh yeah. Isn't that the lawyer whose name is on the business card that was left with the divorce papers? What? Why is he coming to our house? Kevin is planning to get a divorce, so his lawyer is going to discuss it with you. But only the lawyer came. I asked him to let me talk to Kevin, but he wouldn't listen to me. A lawyer is just a stranger. If there's going to be a divorce, I want to talk to Kevin himself, not to some stranger. Kevin doesn't want to talk to you. No way! Why do I have to go through this? Sis, oh no! What is it now? A lawyer came again, a different guy from yesterday. Oh, I think it's the lawyer that Tyler's wife hired. What? I heard that a content-certified mail was sent to Tyler's parents' house, so I guess it was sent to your mailbox too. What? What's that? So that means Tyler's wife is going to demand compensation from you. Huh? No way! It's not just that thing from yesterday? Of course not. At least if you had left Tyler when you found out he was married, the amount of compensation might have been smaller, or she might not have charged you. The responsibility is heavy for continuing the relationship even though you knew about it. No way! By the way, Tyler was fired from his job for causing trouble to his client's employee. I heard that he was thrown into some construction company to make sure that he would pay whatever was charged. Oh, well then, the only person I can rely on is you. I mean, why have you been contacting me since yesterday? Huh? I feel the same way as my parents. I told you that I was going to cut all ties with you, didn't I? What? Sis? Why would you say that? You're the only one I can rely on. You understand that, don't you? To begin with, the reason for your infidelity was to harass me. Although it didn't hurt me because I wasn't Tyler's girlfriend anymore, I despise you with all my heart. I'm honestly sick and tired of having you as my sister. I just want to get rid of you so I can feel better. No, help me. You're my sister. You're my big sister. You're supposed to help me, right? You're being selfish again. Think about it a little more. If your sister is harassing you like she's ruining your life, it's only natural that you'd want to keep her out of your life to protect your own peace and quiet. What? There's no telling what she might do to you in the future. Wait a minute, it's so sudden. I just wanted to let you know that I've moved to a new place because of my job. You moved? You can come to my old apartment, but I won't be there anymore. No way! Where should I go then? I'm going to have to move out of the apartment I've been living in with Kevin.
I don't know. Well, bye-bye. The total amount my sister was charged was over $100,000. This included not only the compensation but also the amount Linda spent from her joint savings with Kevin. When the divorce was finalized after all the discussions, Linda was just in despair. 2 months later, my parents moved to my new place. Linda, who still had a spoiled mindset, started asking my parents for money even though my parents were living off their pension. So I took the initiative and invited my parents to move in, and now they live in the same apartment as me. My parents were fed up with Linda begging for money even though she was their daughter by blood. Now my parents and I can live free from Linda, and we're relieved. When Linda saw that her parents' house was sold, she wailed hysterically at the front door and was reported to the police. She is now desperately working day and night to pay the bills.
Wyona, hurry up and reply. Hey, you alive? If you're alive, respond. I know, maybe you're really...
I'm here, what's up?
Thank God, you took forever, so I thought something happened.
Forever? It's only been like 10 minutes.
The rule is to reply within a minute, especially if it's your childhood friend, even more so.
I'm not constantly glued to my phone like you, a jobless person, so you should at least wait a bit. I just happened to notice and was able to reply. 10 minutes is pretty quick, you know.
No excuses, within a minute.
So, what's up?
Huh?
You didn't message me to lecture about replying within a minute, right?
Oh, right. Hey, is it true you're getting married?
Oh, you got my wedding invitation. Yeah, I'm getting married.
So, I asked your mom about your fiancé's background. He's a freelancer making 6 figures a year.
Seriously? I told her not to leak personal info without permission.
And I hear he's hot. Being a freelancer sounds kinda cool too. What kind of work does he actually do? Show me a picture. What kind of woman does he like?
No comment on personal info.
Come on.
Stop getting all excited the moment you hear good looking. He's going to be my husband, you know.
Oh no, do you think I'm going to snatch him away from you? I get your concern, but come on, I'm pretty, you know.
I know you are, but seriously, you're not going to steal your childhood friend's fiancé, right?
Let's see. I have no intention, but you know, sometimes you feel destiny the moment you meet someone, right?
I'm serious.
Then tell me, it's not fair to hide it.
You'll meet him at the wedding, so you can wait until then.
No, it's the same thing if you tell me now or later.
If I give you a vague answer, you'll keep bombarding me with questions. I'm super busy preparing for the wedding right now. Sorry, but I'll only reply when it's necessary. Might be more like an hour than a minute. But I'm alive, so don't hound me.
No way! That's not how you treat your childhood friend. Hey girl! Wyona, hello? I want to see the face of your hot fiancé. I want to find out beforehand, not on the wedding day. I mean, having a beauty like me and your hottie meet on the day for the first time, that's going to be a disaster waiting, right? I think it's risky if we don't mentally prepare by seeing each other's faces in advance. Well, even then, if we feel fate for each other once we meet, I guess there's no helping it, right? So, just to lower that chance a bit and be mentally ready, I'm asking to see a pic of him. Oh, and make sure you show him my photo too. Or just let him know that I'm going to be the prettiest girl at the wedding. With that alone, I'm sure he'll be able to spot me. Send a pic over soon. It's unbelievable. One of my heels broke on the way. Wyona!
Huh? Your shoes?
I just got back home to change.
I was wondering why you weren't here.
This sucks.
You'll probably arrive in the middle of the reception. Don't worry, I'll let the staff know so you can get in.
Oh, darn it. I was supposed to have a fateful encounter with my destined one with my beauty. But I can't believe this.
No way. Don't fish for guys at my wedding.
Don't worry, it's not about fishing, it's about finding that instant connection with a destined partner, you know? And who knows, it might be the groom.
Huh?
I begged you so much, but you didn't send me a photo in advance. I don't know what will happen today, okay?
I'll slap you. Seriously.
Ooh, I'm scared. The bride shouldn't use such poor language. You have to keep a heart as pure as the white wedding dress.
Then don't say things that'll upset me, okay? Anyway, I don't want you to make a scene.
Okay. Oh my freaking god! The groom is like totally my type. No doubt he's my soulmate. I felt a spark and he's totally checking me out too. So the reception is happening right now, but the groom's outside the hall, so he must be going to the restroom. Alright, I decided. I'm claiming my destiny with him.
Huh? What the heck is going on? Maya? I just checked the message you sent right in the middle of the reception. I thought you couldn't make it after all. What on earth are you doing?
Oh, Iona, you know, it turns out your groom seems to be my destiny. I'm eloping with him, just so you know.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I've already done it.
Done what?
I saw your groom while he was on the way to the restroom.
Wait, seriously? What are you talking about? My groom is right here with me.
Oh, please, what are you saying? I know you had to cancel the wedding because he disappeared, but you don't have to put on a brave face like that. Face reality, will you?
Brave face or not, the wedding went off without a hitch. We're having the after party now. You're the one dreaming, aren't you?
I'll just consider that a pitiful joke and let it slide. Anyway, I'll drop you a line occasionally, but don't interfere with our happiness, okay?
Wait, Maya?
He's mine.
Seriously, what's going on? I don't get it. Maya, you're pulling off something outrageous. The guy you eloped with isn't my groom. There's another wedding next door, and he's the other groom. Your parents have probably been trying to reach you. Things are getting crazy, so get back here ASAP. If you run away, it's only going to make things worse. Get back, explain, and apologize pronto. No W ticks. Did you block me? Maya, you told me to respond within a minute. When it's inconvenient for you, you ignore messages. Seriously, cut it out.
Iona, help me. Look, please. I hope you can let us off the hook for compensation and all that. Like asking us to cover the expenses for the cancelled wedding. Don't you think that's just too much for the childhood friend and former fiancé? If you have any decency, you'll grant this wish.
Maya, why are you coming to me for help?
Why? After we eloped and got married, you used all your determination to track us down and serve us, right? You want us to pay for the cancelled wedding and compensation. It happened half a year ago, so let it go.
Did you actually check who served you?
Of course, it's you.
Take a good look. Widen those eyes and double check.
Jeez. Wait, what the... Who the heck is Sienna?
The ex-fiancé of the guy you snatched.
No, what are you talking about? He was your fiancé, right? Wait, is this a case of double marriage?
God, you're crazy. I guess the messages I sent on that day didn't get through.
Wait, what do you mean?
That day, there were 2 weddings happening at the same time. Listen, the person you snatched wasn't my groom. He was the groom for the other wedding, a woman named Sienna.
What? No way! Is this a joke?
You realize that his profession is different, right? He isn't a freelancer like my husband you were after. He's a freeloader living off his wealthy parents.
No. So is that why he's always at home? Not because he's working from home as a freelancer?
Didn't you realize your mistake in 6 months? Even the distinction between a freeloader and a freelancer seems pretty obvious.
But you know, I've been working part-time during the day, and at night I work at a bar. He told me we didn't have much money because we eloped, so we should work together for a while. I thought he was right, so I've been doing what he said.
Oh God, you should have noticed the mix-up early on by checking the groom's name on the wedding invitation.
Oh,
I'm still flabbergasted about that.
wait, let me check real quick.
Check what?
OMG, you're right, different names.
Wait, did you just check the invitation now?
I've seen it before, but I didn't really remember.
Seriously? You had been saying all those things like you were targeting my husband from the start, and you didn't even remember the name? Your soulmate would be so disappointed hearing this, you know?
But like, if it's hot, the name doesn't really matter, right?
That twisted logic is what ruined you. Anyway, the one who had a fiancé snatched away wasn't me. It was a woman named Sienna. There's nothing I can do about the compensation, even if you complain or ask for help.
You're kidding. You're not going to help me?
Why would you even think I'd help? There's probably contact info on that document you received. I have nothing to do with this, so handle it on your own.
Wait, Wyona, get in touch with my parents for me. I can't reach them for some reason.
They sold their house and moved away.
What?
Your dad apparently quit his job too.
Why?
Well, that's because Sienna didn't allow them to pay for compensation on your behalf. Instead, she demanded they cover the necessary expenses for finding you guys, mainly the investigation fee she paid for the private investigator.
A private investigator? You mean just to find us? Does it cost that much? No way, they shouldn't have to sell a house for that.
Well, maybe not for a one-time thing, but because it went on for a long time, it became a substantial amount. You guys were moving around, making it hard to find you, so the cost went up, hahaha. To cover those expenses, they had no choice but to sell their home.
So my parents, where are they?
They disappeared without telling anyone. I don't know their new address or contact information.
Then you really need to help me. Actually, this is all because of you.
What?
The root cause was you had a wedding on the same day as the other one. If you feel even a little responsible...
This is exactly why I didn't want to invite you to the wedding.
What?
Ever since I can remember, the minute you heard there was a hot guy around, you were ready to pounce and snatch him, even before seeing his face. I didn't want to be seen as the same as you, so I went to a high school with a dorm and then went to a university in another state without returning to my hometown. But it's tough to break free from ties between our families. My parents brought up the fact that our dads were in a senior-junior relationship at work, so I was pressured by your parents to invite you. But I never imagined it'd come to stealing someone else's groom and wrecking a wedding.
Wyona?
What do you mean, if I feel responsible? You are the only one who must take responsibility.
Wyona, don't be so upset. We've been friends for a long time, right? We fought and made up since we were kids. So let's just let this slide.
Impossible. I'm telling you, don't come to me for help anymore.
Seriously?
Don't cause trouble for my parents either. I've told them to call the police if you show up.
You're going too far. I have no one but you to rely on, you know? We're close childhood friends, right?
Nope.
Wait.
Goodbye. At this point, the eloping couple, who was already married, was discussing divorce since they got caught. However, Sienna, who had her fiancé stolen, wasn't willing to forgive them. It turns out that the marriage was a way to settle some family issues. Even though those issues were resolved in a different way, the elopement and the family matters were separate. From now on, they'll be working under 24-hour surveillance to pay up compensation. Especially for Maya, she earned quite a bit of anger from Sienna. Sienna told her, if seducing men is your pride, I know a perfect job for you. It seems like she's working in a rather unpleasant place. I received a letter from her describing her job in detail and seeking help, so I forwarded it to Sienna. It probably got a good laugh before being torn up and discarded. This is a story of Maya, who reaped what she sowed. Tate! Where the heck are you? Get back to me as soon as you see this.
Sorry, I've been walking around nostalgic spots with my friend. I got so into the conversation that I didn't check my phone.
Where are you?
I just arrived at my parents' place. What's up?
Seriously, where the heck are you?
I told you, at my parents' place.
You're lying. I'm actually at their place now.
What? Why?
You said you were only staying here for the high school reunion, but when I asked your dad, he had no idea.
Well, I haven't gotten there yet.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I drank too much with friends last night and ended up partying all night, so I haven't gone there even once. I lied because I thought you'd worry if I told you this. I'm sorry.
Huh, I see. I had to get a hold of you somehow for an emergency, so I called all over the place, but nobody seemed to know anything.
It's true that I'm with friends.
Is this your friend?
How did you get this?
I had to ask around all our friends and find your whereabouts. This woman is the younger sister of Heidi's mom, right?
Oh really? I had no idea.
She sent the pic and a message saying I'm on a trip with my boyfriend to Heidi's mom. She got it right after I called, so she messaged me in a rush.
Jeez, I'm already busted. Oh well. So? Is that what the emergency is about? Darn right I've been having an affair with Alina in that photo. I prefer her who's younger and cuter than you. I'll divorce you, so don't meddle with us.
But regarding her, she hasn't returned to the room since stepping out to buy something, right? Do you understand what that means?
Alright, her stuff is gone.
She didn't know you were married. Moreover, she never imagined that you were the husband of her sister's mommy friend. She said she was deceived by being told you were a widow. I suppose she's already on the way back.
Ha ha ha, what a fool.
What do you mean?
Worrying about it won't help now since we're already deeply involved. Running away in a panic is ridiculous, ha ha ha.
She left because that was my instruction after discussing it with your dad.
Why did you do that?
It's unfortunate to involve her in our mess given the circumstances. We promised to talk later, and I asked her to leave for now.
What mess are you talking about?
Your mom passed away in the hospital. This is what I meant by the emergency.
Wait, I don't understand.
Her condition suddenly worsened around noon. Shortly after Rachel and I rushed to the hospital, she passed away.
Wait, I can't wrap my head around it.
I'm sure you're in shock, but let me ask you something. What the heck do you think you're doing at times like this?
But I didn't expect her to go so soon. She seemed to be stable, you know?
We were told recently that her condition could change suddenly at any time, right? Keeping yourself available for contact at all times is the least you could do, isn't it?
Well, but...
You couldn't be there for her final moments because you were seeing your mistress. Jeez. I'm beyond angry. This is just pathetic.
I'll be there soon. I want to see her.
A message from your dad. Don't come back. You are disowned. You're not allowed to attend the funeral. Never step into my house again. That's it.
Come on. There are a lot of things to do for the funeral arrangements, right? I'm the only son, so I have to take the lead and manage things.
Relatives are dividing the tasks, so it's not a problem.
Besides, if I don't show up at the funeral, it's not good for our reputation.
How shameless you are to say that without hesitation. You're tarnishing the image of your parents.
Please.
Also, I'm going to see a lawyer and start prepping for a divorce now.
Wait, let's discuss this.
When we got married, you said that if things went south and we couldn't function as a married couple, we would divorce immediately, right? I asked you over and over if that was really what you believed in. I didn't think I would be the one to act on it. Since that time, maybe it was inevitable that this future would eventually come.
But we have to think of our Rachel, so either way, I'm coming there.
Do you think I'll easily hand her over to you in this situation?
What do you mean? You've been living off of me until now. You know what will happen if I'm gone, right?
I'm capable of working and raising her by myself. Besides, my parents have said I can always come back home.
She loves me, you know.
But just now, she cried and said, I don't like Daddy. I want to be with Mommy.
No, I can't believe that.
I haven't said a word about the affair, but it seems like she sensed something in her own way. Kids are perceptive like that, you know. You did something as significant as that.
But I'm still her father. This is unacceptable to be separated so suddenly.
Well, when you decide on a place to settle, let me know. I'll send your stuff then.
Hold on.
I'm going to ignore all other contact from you, just so you know. I'll change the locks, so you won't be able to get in.
Let me at least speak to Rachel. Please, I'm begging you.
Look, the moment you had that affair, you pretty much lost the right to be her dad. Bye.
It's finally your wedding day. Actually, there's something I gotta apologize to you about.
Kai? What do you need to apologize for? More importantly, where are you at such an important time?
Well, that's exactly what I want to apologize for. I can't be with you anymore.
What? I don't get what you're saying.
I found a woman I love. I'm with my soulmate at a hotel right now. I'm sorry.
You're joking, right?
I thought I'd enjoy my last bachelorhood, so I went out for drinks with colleagues. Then I met an amazing woman and felt it was destiny. If I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with someone, it's only her. So I can't marry you. I'll have the wedding with her.
Are you still drunk?
I'm sober now, but maybe I'm drunk on the idea of destiny with her.
Frick you!
I'll sort out the bride's replacement with the venue, so don't worry about it.
Why are you doing this now?
My cousin is a big shot there, so changing the bride should be easy.
This can't be serious.
Oh, she's calling me. Well, that's it from me. I do feel bad for you, but I'm gonna be happy. You go find someone new and have a good life.
Wait! What are you thinking? Canceling at the last minute on the day of the wedding? On top of it, you're cheating. That's just too low. Do you even realize how crazy this is?
Yo, they told me there's no booking at the venue. What's going on?
Huh?
Come on, wake up. I told you that I'd be having a wedding with my soulmate today, right? I even informed the venue about changing the bride. How come the booking is gone? Stop trying to mess around with me. My girlfriend and I were thrilled heading to the venue, but now this? What have you done?
All I got was a last-minute cancellation notice on the morning of the wedding day, and I finally thought I heard from you. Are you still half asleep?
Of course not. I'm wide awake and furious that you've ruined my wedding.
Christ, it was yesterday.
No way. What are you saying? I'm certain it's today. Today is Saturday.
It's Sunday, idiot.
What?
Oh, I get it now. I understand everything.
What do you mean?
Firstly, the idea of swapping out the bride is outrageous in itself. Secondly, why don't you check the date and time on your phone that you're playing with right now?
The phone? Where are you going with this?
You always check the time with your analog wristwatch, right? Maybe you're not aware that you've got the date wrong.
Seriously? Yesterday was the wedding?
Uh-huh.
Wait, what? Because I asked for the bride swap on Friday late afternoon around 5, which was the day before the wedding.
That was actually Saturday morning around 5 a.m.
No way! This is my guess. You checked into the hotel drunk with your girlfriend, woke up to my message, and checked your wristwatch indicating around 5. You couldn't see outside because of the blackout curtains, and in your drowsiness, you mistook 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. You were still euphonic from the night before, and you guys kept enjoying yourselves, stuck in the wrong time, and now here we are, right? It's so ridiculous that it's laughable. No way! Is that true? Well, just check the chat history from yesterday. Whether you were half asleep or static, it seems you didn't pay attention to the timestamp. But that's where the truth lies. Oh, jeez! It says AM! So, what about my wedding with my soulmate? She looks anxious next to me. We are all geared up to celebrate our destiny. That's not the point you should be concerned about. Why not? Your last-minute cancellation made a huge mess, and your parents had to handle everything. Apparently, your cousin realized something was off and informed them. They apologized to me, too. I'm gonna file a claim against you, and they're on board with it. You should head back to their place at once and apologize. Listen carefully to what they have to say and figure out what to do next. Hey, I'll take you back, so please spare me the compensation or the cancellation fees. I don't have that kind of money. Your girlfriend isn't just some colleague, right? What now? She's the daughter of a higher-up at your client's company, isn't she? A college junior going through an important phase. And you've been seeing her for nearly a year. How did you find out? The stuff you confessed to your parents was shared with me. What was it that you said? Oh, right. You met an amazing woman while having drinks with colleagues and felt it was destiny, right? You had every intention of staying in a hotel with her right before the wedding for the thrill from the beginning. Jeez, you know everything. I'm the one who got cheated on. It's only fair that I'm provided with evidence and details of your infidelity. You manipulated a college student, didn't disclose that you were engaged, and got her pregnant, right? You got hit with that bombshell on Friday right before the wedding. You must have freaked out big time. Impregnating a college student, and worse, if you dumped the daughter of a higher-up at your client's company, that would have definitely messed up your work. So you hastily came up with the idea of turning our wedding into you and hers. Darn it! What's wrong with that? A baby's on the way. What else could I do? Do you want me to praise you for taking responsibility? You know, a decent person wouldn't cheat in the first place. You betrayed me, cheated while hiding our engagement, and in the end, you canceled the wedding at the last minute. That's the fact. Even your girlfriend was shocked when you suddenly mentioned marriage after she told you about the pregnancy. She said you forcibly took her to the venue and scared her. Until then, she genuinely liked you. But when you started acting crazy, she started doubting you. Please tell me you didn't snitch to her dad already. Ever since I spoke to my parents that day, I haven't been able to reach her. I have no clue. Well, from what I've heard, she sounds like a smart girl. She might talk to her dad and demand child support, who knows? Maybe your days at work are numbered. I won't let that happen. This isn't up to you, idiot. Hey, I'm begging you. I'll come back to you, so tell everyone not to get worked up. Apologize to them as my wife. What? Wife? You'll be my wife, right? Let's reconcile and go back to how things were. But what about the baby? I'll convince her to get an abortion or give up for adoption. Please, you are the one I love the most, Amelia. You're seriously the lowest of the low. Hey! You cheated while being engaged to me. Canceled the wedding at the last minute. Now you're trying to jump the pregnant girlfriend. No way! We are done for good. Don't forget, this screwed up reality will haunt you for the rest of your life. You should be prepared for the possibility of getting hit by compensation from the girl soon. Oh, come on, please! And one more thing. Since you seem to live in a wonderland, let me clear this up for you. Even if you are back together, the compensation or venue cancellation fees aren't just going to disappear, you know. You'll still be on the hook for what you owe. Why? If you had any common sense, you'd get it. So bottom line, I want you to square up and pay what you owe. Hey, please, I'm begging you. Let's forget about all the claims. What the heck? I got fired from my job. Ah, I knew it. I had a feeling it was coming. I didn't get any severance pay, and the girl's demanding $60,000 from me. She's terminating the pregnancy, and her dad warned me to stay away from her. My parents say they'll sever ties with me after I pay what I owe. If I pay tens of thousands now, I'll end up in debt and won't be able to make a proper living. So please, we don't have to get back together. Just let the financial part slide. What you're saying is all over the place. Why are you trying to have it easy? What do you mean? Are you trying to get my sympathy and forgive you for everything? I mean, I never thought Sid get pregnant at this time. You're a hopeless moron, aren't you? Even before the pregnancy, cheating was the issue. And instead of being honest, you tried to swap out the bride and wanted to have a wedding with her. You thought you could just wing it, huh? The world doesn't work like that. If you're a decent person, you should understand that much. Losing your job is your own fault. Don't run away from the responsibility of your screw-ups. But if you've been fired, start looking for the next job. Show some effort to earn money somehow. If you took action and asked for an intention on the payment deadline or to pay in installments, I might understand. But asking for forgiveness without doing anything? That's just irresponsible. Do you think I'm so easily fooled? Then take me back. Not in a million years. Why wouldn't you? You want to marry me, don't you? That's what's messed up about your brain. Wanting to get back with a guy who cheated and canceled the wedding? Anyone who thinks like that is nuts. I passionately desire it. I want to get back together with you and get married. Right, because your head is messed up. I want a payment in one go. I won't extend the deadline. I won't budge. So you don't care if I suffer? If you're not gonna reflect, at least stick to the initial agreement we made. No way! You've messed up way too much. That's the only option left for you. Anyway, just pay what you owe within the deadline. There's nothing else to discuss. Amelia! Bye. The compensation wasn't paid even after the deadline, so I resorted to forced collection in the end. The girlfriend also didn't receive any payments, so she took similar measure as I did. Kai managed to find another job, but most of his salary is now going toward paying us. To add on, his new boss is big on abiding by the rules. He's giving Kai tons of extra work every day to pay off the debt quickly. Cut off by both his parents and the entire extended family, he must be enjoying a life of extreme work and poverty. Hey Nara, are you busy tomorrow? I'm thinking of hitting the mall, the one we used to go to ages ago. You up for it? Just chilling and no big plans. The mall? Cool, but why not go shopping with Meg instead? She's your fiancé. Checking out stuff for your love nest on a date sounds fun, I think. This is the most exciting time. Why go to the mall with me? She might think you're too attached to your sister. Nah, she's not like that. I mean, you came back from Germany just for a wedding, you know? You took time off for me even though work's crazy, right? I care about my sister, that's all. Isn't it cool to hang out sometimes just as siblings? Are you heading back right after the wedding? Let's make the most of our time together before that. What do you think? Meg mentioned she was going shopping with her mom too. Last moments as singles, spending time with family sounds good, right? Well, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go. Great, it's settled then. How about after the mall, we grab dinner at that Italian place you love? Hey, hold up. Are you trying to fatten me up? If I can't fit into my dress for the wedding, it's all your fault, okay? Okay, deal. I'll pick up noon tomorrow. Looking forward to it. What the heck? Unbelievable! What are you talking about? You said you were meeting up with your sister you haven't seen for a while, but I had a feeling something was fishy. You took advantage of me being out with my mom. Who did you go to dinner with? Don't try to play dumb. I saw you with my own eyes. Who was that curvy girl? I didn't know you were into that kind of girl. We're getting married this weekend, and you blatantly cheated on me. I'm not the kind of woman who just cries and backs off after being cheated. I'll make sure that girl knows who she's messing with. I bet that curvy girl must have learned her lesson. I gotta say, I did a good job. Her cheek was so plump and soft when I slapped her. It felt so good that I wanted to keep slapping her. On top of that, she had no balance, so she stumbled and fell over. She mustn't have been working out at all. I feel amazing. It's payback for hurting me. Boom, yeah. Babe, are you listening? That girl looked quite a bit older up close. If you want to cheat, shouldn't you choose someone a bit more decent? That much older. I'm embarrassed. Wanting to marry me means you have a reasonably high standard. Thinking I'm being compared to that girl, it really pisses me off. You better tell her right now that you're breaking up with her. And as an apology to me, pay me $20,000 for the emotional damage. Oh, and yeah, I want some new shoes too. If you agree to the condition, I guess I'll still marry you. But your trust level is 0 from now on. After we're married, I'll be monitoring your every move with GPS. 5 checking calls a day, and oh yeah, we are living with my parents. Just my watchful eye might not be enough. And if you have any extra money, you might be tempted to play around with it. So hand over your entire paycheck to me. You're not in a position to say no, okay? So, hurry up, break up with that girl and apologize to me. Meg, explain yourself. What's with that attitude? Doesn't sound like you're feeling remorseful. What's there to feel remorse about? I don't get it. Where are you? I don't have an obligation to tell you. But, well, if you kneel and beg for forgiveness, I might consider it. I read your messages. Are you okay? I was speechless. It was full of delusions. Delusions? Right back at you. How audacious! Listen, this isn't hearsay. I saw you guys with my own eyes. Making lame excuses is just pathetic. Such a coward. I told you I was going out with my sister. That was definitely her. Are you making a fool out of me? I told you I witnessed your cheating. Stop making excuses. Jeez, how many times do I have to say it? I'm not lying. You know, I've met your sister, remember? I know what she looks like. The woman I saw looked nothing like her. A full-figured girl. Your sister has a nice figure like me and looks more like a successful career woman. There's no way she's like that big girl. Wait a sec. She's been living in Germany and her boyfriend's local. She mentioned she gained a happy weight by adapting to his eating style. Huh? She joked about gaining weight from going out on dinner dates and being in love. I love how she looks now. She seems truly happy. Do you really think that kind of excuse will work for me? I can't just pack up extra pounds like that even if I tried. Your sister either. Didn't I tell you she got a boyfriend? Sort of. I mean, that and that curvy girl have no connection at all. Turning your sister into larger size and lying about it is outrageous. If she finds out, she'll definitely take my side, you know? Enough already, just apologize. There's no reason for me to apologize. I don't remember you even being such a pain in the neck. Jeez, have you been hiding your true colors? Even then, I'm offering to be your wife, so come and apologize already. Oh, by the way, you better not come empty-handed, okay? I'm willing to accept a losing ticket. I'm really generous, you know. Be grateful. You've been saying all that terrible stuff, but I'm not even cheating in the first place. Shush! What if I change my mind? I'm saying I'll forgive you now. Hurry up! I'm not lying. Listen carefully. Still trying to fool me? Persistent, huh? The woman I was with was my sister. The one who fell and got injured because of you was my sister. Seriously, how can you attack someone without confirming who they are? If you really remember her so well, wouldn't you have recognized her voice? Even if her weight changed, she still has a mole by the corner of her eye, you know? It'll be easy to confirm, but attacking without knowing anything, that's just barbaric. Enough! 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 Look who's talking back! At this rate, you won't get to marry me, get it? I won't accept you. This is going in circles. Basically, even if I'm not at fault, if I apologize, you'll tell me where you are, right? You're starting to get it. It's troublesome that you lack understanding. First, make a video of yourself acknowledging how much you've hurt me and apologizing for your actions. Post it on social media for everyone to see. If you do that, well, I might consider telling you where I am. You're not arguing, so you're accepting, right? I'm on my way to my family's house now. I'll We'll stop to have lunch before, so I should arrive in about an hour. That should be enough time to post on social media, right? And when it's done, come over quickly for the final discussion. Oh, and don't forget about the money. You won't get forgiveness for free. The world doesn't work like that. Babe, I've been checking your social media, but what's up? There's nothing posted. Don't you know what to say? Want me to think of something for you? You're a handful. Come over here and post what I tell you on your account. Nope, not gonna post. Jeez, you're insolent. Who cares about posting on social media? I'm not planning to apologize in the first place. Quit messing with me. I know where you're now, so I've filed a complaint. Wow, you're shameless. If anyone's filing a complaint, it's gonna be me. I didn't want to involve your family, but oh well, I'm gonna talk to your sister. I'll tell her you treated her as a bigger-sized girl. She'll definitely be shocked. She'll have my back, and in the end, you'll be the one apologizing. Hi, Nala. Long time no see. It's Meg. Before coming to see you, I guess we'll catch up over text. I just have to talk to you about Philip before I see you. He's being a jerk. Even though he's with me, the beautiful fiancé, he's cheating. And get this, the other girl is full figure. When I confronted him, guess what? He said it was you. What a terrible lie. I know you have a slender figure just like me. Not only am I mad that he's trying to cover up his cheating, but treating you as a larger-sized woman. Seriously? As a beautiful woman, you'd understand how I feel, right? Let's punish him together. Can you at least tell him something from your side? Tell him to apologize to me and bring compensation. Wait, have you been abroad for so long that you forgot English? You can read this, right? Even if it's a huge shock, you can type some words, right? What's going on? Surely, you're not trying to defend your cheating, lying brother, right? I can't understand if you stay silent. Write something, please. I guess you're taking his side, but at this rate, we won't be marrying, you know. Your cute little brother's gonna end up being devastated. You'll have a good look like me and have a good job. I thought you were smart, too. I guess just like Philip, a family of scum is all scum, huh? Disappointing. I can imagine you guys racking your brain you don't even have over filing a complaint and making a big fuss about claiming compensation. So lame. Are you so messed up in the head that you can't even tell who's the victim anymore? Let me give you a reality check. The one at fault here is Philip. He caused me immense pain. Besides, a curvy girl like that wouldn't get hurt from just a fall. It's like her body is surrounded by cushions and bounces back. It's laughable to mention filing a complaint when there wasn't even an injury. Before complaining, she should try to look like me. Cut it out already, will ya? I thought you were too quiet, then I checked Nala's phone. What's up with this? I told you, because of you, she fell or broke a bone and can't move.
Yeah, sure. If you can keep up the act for that long, it's quite something. Maybe aim to be an actor. Oh, wait, you probably won't make it big.
All those disrespectful messages you sent to her. I'll reply instead. The complaint has been filed. For what? I shouldn't have to explain this so many times. Don't you get it? I explained the whole situation to your parents too. Marriage is definitely off the table. I made it clear we are demanding compensation for Nala and the cancellation of the wedding. Why should I pay you guys? Oh God, you need the same explanation from scratch again? Seriously, enough. Reread the message history. No, wait! That curvy girl, she's really Nala? Give me a break. After telling you all that, you still can't believe it? No way! Seriously? Philip? Don't just ignore me. The moment I got home, my parents were furious with me. I explained the situation, but they're saying I'm not their daughter anymore. I can't went overboard. I got carried away because I love you so much, you know. If you could explain things to them, I think they'd understand. You must be worried about me too, right? I mean, I've been doted on by my parents all my life. You were talking about filing a complaint, but wouldn't you hate to have a wife with a record? Think about it. You and I and Nala were family, right? Within the family, labeling each other as victims and perpetrators. Maybe it's too dramatic, right? Agree? Babe, can't you just answer the phone for once? If this is payback for me, I think it's more than enough already. Okay, I get it. I'll forgive you. I'll even admit that Nala's through figure now. Right, let's just forget about it, okay? Cheer up. I'll let it all aside. So, you'll withdraw the complaint, won't you? I'll be a good wife, you know that, right? If we get married just as planned, both our families will be happy. I'm bending over backward here. Right? Please reply! I'm begging you! Is your phone out of battery? You know how much I hate being ignored, right? Are you being mean to the person you're gonna marry? I'm worried about our future. Is it okay if I change my mind? Fine, go ahead, change your mind. What that's supposed to mean? I'm saying we're not getting married. I don't even want to. Wow, who do you think you are? You're such a pain. I'm done. Bye. Wait, we're not done talking yet. Hey Nala, how's the rehab going? Yeah, it's going well. Sorry for making you worry, but thanks for asking. You don't have to apologize. The bruises are healing now, and it's just a matter of rehabbing to full recovery. I feel pathetic for almost marrying a woman like that. I lack judgment. True. I feel so bad about it. It's okay. I was called a big a lot. But this injury might help me lose some weight. Don't do it in an unhealthy way. I'll hit the gym from now on and get stronger out of frustration. Gotta protect myself, you know. Seriously, I'm sorry. It's fine. You found out her true colors now, so that's good. I talked to her parents too. I've decided not to withdraw the charges and make sure she takes full responsibility. Is that okay? If that's what you want. She's still young. It'll be a pity to tarnish her future. but she seems clueless. It might be for her own good. I hope she reevaluates herself. Yeah, I don't know if she'll ever understand though. Both you and I got hurt. That's a fact. What about the cancellation charge for the wedding? Her parents covered it. They sent over money for restitution recently. I transferred it to your account. Oh, but don't worry. They plan to recover everything from Meg, so don't stress about it and just take it. They're pretty fed up with her too. Really? Sounds like she's got a tough time ahead of her. But you know, considering her personality, don't you think she might show up out of the blue? Yeah, that's a good point. I was worried about that too. It's okay. I took some precaution to ensure that won't happen. That's a relief. It must have been a scary experience. Yeah, she came at me out of nowhere and didn't let me explain anything. And I was repeatedly called a big girl. It hurt my feelings. That won't happen again. I won't allow it. So, that's resolved then? Yeah. By the way, you're quite delayed in going back. Is everything okay? Indeed, this trip turned out to be longer than planned. Your boyfriend must be missing you. Yeah, he is. Oh, I feel bad for him too. So, here's the thing. He's planning to take some time off to come and see me. Wow! Then let's go eat together. The three of us. That sounds good. He'll be happy too. All right, let me research where to go. I have a request. Oh, you know where you want to go? IHOP and the diner we used to go to. Huh? Don't you want to go somewhere more upscale? He wants to try the typical American food, you know? I normally eat good sausages, cheeses, and stuff with him in Germany. That's why I gained a bit of weight. It's called pure happiness. All right, let's stuff ourselves together. This is such a different conversation from the old times. Isn't it great though? I love seeing you enjoying a meal. Way better than Meg pretending to be a light eater. I think your boyfriend agrees. Jeez, I don't want to get curvier than this. Yeah. I'll look for some other good places. A month after cutting contact with Meg, her parents came to see me again. They wanted to express their sincere apologies once more, and also reassure me that Meg won't bother us again. She moved in with them at once to save money and repay the restitution they fronted. They wanted to punish their daughter severely and arranged for a live-in maid through distant relatives. The head of the affluent yet austere household made strict rules, including a complete ban on internet usage and no access to smartphones. As for me, I had great times with Nala and her boyfriend. During one of the dinners, he got on his knees and proposed to her. While my own wedding turned into an illusion, I couldn't be happier about them getting married. Nala, now engaged, advised me, "Don't choose a woman based on appearances. It's essential to build trust from the heart. Couples who truly love each other can overcome any obstacle." I cross my fingers for an encounter like that someday.
Hi, Tony. Are you currently overseas? When are you planning to return? Hey, Vanessa. Still not sure when I can come back. Dealing with some minor issues here and it's keeping me busy. Oh yeah? I don't know exactly, but hope you can fix it soon. But seriously, taking an overseas trip when it's not even vacation season, you're living the good life, you know. I think I explained this before. I'm not on vacation. I'm here on a business trip. Business trip? Come on, don't lie. No way someone like you with a low education level would get to go on a business trip abroad. Well, I actually am right now. I heard from Simon that you only graduated from high school. Yep, that's true. A bottom-tier person like you, who can't even go to university in this day and age, going on a business trip abroad is laughable. Jeez, calling me a bottom tier? I'm puzzled. Simon's right and graduated from a top university, but his sister's a high school graduate. Why is there such a difference even though you have the same parents? Well, if you didn't like studying, I guess there was nothing you could do about it. I didn't particularly dislike studying, but due to circumstances, I had to start working right after school. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear your excuses. You had to work because you're dumb, right? Nowadays, having just a high school diploma is embarrassing, don't you think?
That's so rude. I don't care how you see me anyway. There are plenty of successful people with just a high school diploma. It's unfair to judge someone as bottom tier based solely on their education.
You're too naive. No matter how nicely you put it, people with higher education are still favored in society. They get higher salaries. At the very least, you should have gotten an associate degree. Personally, I think people who haven't gone to university are not very useful.
I see. You graduated from a famous university too, but you've been a homemaker without ever working, right? I wonder if education is really necessary.
What did you say? Are you making fun of housewives? It's a respectable job. It requires a lot of brain power to manage household chores, you know.
I'm not trying to make fun of anyone. I just want to say that looking down on people based on their education is wrong.
Acting all high and mighty just because you got a job with only a high school education.
Vanessa, it seems like you don't have anything important to discuss. Can I excuse myself now?
Wait!
I still have some work to do.
What work? You're just playing around.
Well then.
Hold on.
What is it?
Totally forgot to mention. Simon and I decided to move into your house.
What? Why?
It's no big deal, right? Originally, it was a family home.
Yeah, it was, but not anymore. I'm living there now, so it's not nice if you just show up.
We already moved in.
What the heck?
Why are you surprised? It's normal for the eldest son and his wife to live in the family home. Simon had a spare key, so we've already brought all our stuff in.
This is unbelievable.
Listen, it's actually wrong for a single woman like you to live alone in this big house. It must be a hassle with all the cleaning. If we live together, we can share the chores, right? If anything, you should be grateful.
But,
Anyway, we're housemates now. Well, you won't be coming back for a while, so we'll make ourselves at home.
Hold on, Vanessa. Vanessa! Hey, Simon, I'm in a bit of a bind. What's up? I was chatting with Vanessa earlier. Is it true you guys moved into my place? Oh, about that. Why the heck did you do that without consulting me first? What, got an issue with it? It's also my family home, you know? I don't need your permission. You two are so selfish. Anyway, why did you decide to come to my place? We didn't have anywhere else to go. What do you mean? What happened to your apartment? We were ordered to vacate by the owner. The building is deteriorating, so we had to move out for reconstruction. I see. It happened suddenly, so we didn't have time to find a new place. So for the time being, we decided to move to your place, which was originally our home. Uh-huh. In that case, you can stay for now. But make sure you find a new place by the end of the month. Why? Didn't we talk about this before? We can't stay there for long. Really? Well, whatever. We're going to stay until we find the next place. Only until the end of this month. Yeah, I got it. By the way, I heard you're on vacation abroad. Ugh, you and Vanessa are just unbelievable. It's not a vacation, it's a business trip. Yeah, right. You're just sightseeing under the guise of a business trip. No, seriously. You got it easy, huh? I work late every day while you get to take days off for a vacation. I'm telling you, it's not a vacation, it's work. You know what? You could just not come back.
Huh?
If you stay away, the house would be ours, right? Living with a nagging sister-in-law would be annoying for my wife. Might as well live overseas for good.
What are you saying?
Well, if you adamantly insist, I guess we'll let you stay with us.
Why do I need your consent to live in my own house? You're not even the owner, so don't act so high and mighty.
Let me remind you, I'm the eldest son. Now that Mom and Dad have moved away, it's me who's inheriting that house.
Inheriting? Like I said earlier, we can't stay there forever, you know.
Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna listen to your nonsense.
What are you even talking about?
I finally got to live there. I don't need to rent a cramped apartment anymore, right? We'll take over the house.
Impossible. It won't be yours, no matter what. You have to leave as promised.
Why are you so annoying? If you keep arguing, you'll face consequences.
What do you mean?
Well, that's a surprise for when you come back.
Wait a sec. What are you planning to do?
I'll give you a harsh punishment for a defiant sister like you. Brace yourself.
Tony, you're not coming back anytime soon, right? I should be back in about 3 days. Like Simon said, it's okay if you stay there for good. Jeez. An undereducated, low-income person going on an overseas vacation is quite audacious. I went ahead and threw away all your stuff so you didn't have to come back. What the heck? I don't need a sister-in-law who lies about a business trip and just hangs around. You're nothing but a nuisance. After discussing with Simon, we decided to kick you out. Since you have no place or belongings to go back to, find a new place when you come back.
Did you really throw away all my stuff?
Of course. I left the usable appliances, but I got rid of the bed, dresser, and everything in the closet. But you know, it's such a shame.
What?
Turns out that being a high school grad means being poor after all. I thought I might take something if there was anything useful, but all the furniture was falling apart and the clothes were just cheap and worn out. Not a single branded item. Since everything was like trash, I threw it all away.
Thanks, I'm grateful.
What?
I didn't ask for it, but I appreciate you threw away my stuff.
Are you okay?
Great, you saved me a lot of trouble.
What do you mean?
You said my stuff was like trash, and you were right. Everything left there was stuff I was planning to get rid of anyway.
What? So, you didn't have anything important?
Nope. Took everything else and moved it to my new place.
New place?
I was planning to move anyway.
Really?
Haven't you heard anything from Simon? You guys are ready for the move too, right?
Move?
You can only stay there until the end of this month.
Hold on, what do you mean?
The house is scheduled for demolition.
Demolition?
You really didn't know, huh? I've already told him. You know, our parents lived there originally. When Dad retired a few years ago, they wanted to move to the countryside and decided to hand it over to me. But it's too big for me to live alone, and it's getting old and needs repairs all over too. About a month ago, we discussed demolishing.
Oh my God.
Of course, Mom and Dad have agreed to it, and I've informed Simon. At that time, you guys just got married. I checked with him if he had any plans to take over the house, but he agreed to demolish it. He said it was too big and cleaning would be a hassle for you.
Oh, I had no clue.
So the demolition work is starting at the end of this month. I had to move out before that, but with the sudden business trip, I was unsure when to clean up my room. Having the trip extended, I was getting anxious, but thanks to you throwing away my stuff on my behalf, I don't have to rush back now.
Hold on, I've never been told anything about tearing down the house or moving out.
I told Simon to leave by the end of this month. Did he not listen to the details? You have to clear out everything from there before the move-out date. You guys better start preparing.
Don't just decide such a major thing on your own. The house was bought by your dad, right? You don't have the right to demolish it.
When our parents left, the ownership was transferred to me, so I'm the owner.
You're kidding! This is too much to take in, all at once.
If you have any complaints, talk to Simon.
Isn't there any way to stop the construction?
Not possible.
Oh no.
Well, I have to get back to work now. Tony, I heard you're tearing down the house.
Oh, you heard from Vanessa already, huh?
What are you thinking? Making arrangements without consulting me?
Hey, when it was decided, I informed you, remember? At that time, you didn't care, because you had no plan on living there, and you said you'd leave it all up to me, right?
Did I? But now I'm saying I'm going to live there. We should drop the demolition talk.
The paperwork is already done, so it's impossible. Besides, didn't I tell you clearly? You need to leave by the end of this month.
I completely forgot about the plan to tear down the house. It's my family home, and I intend to keep living there.
Unbelievable. But we have to leave no matter what. You guys need to move out soon.
Hold on. Where are you going after you move out?
I signed a lease for a new apartment.
Oh, good. Then we'll also move there with you.
Excuse me? Why would you come to my apartment? You guys can find a different place.
We can't, after all.
Why not?
We don't have the money.
Are you kidding me?
Actually, we were forced to leave the previous apartment not because of the building's deterioration, but because we couldn't pay the rent.
Well, I had my suspicions. It looked quite new and nice, so I thought the aging was probably a lie. But you work for a big company and hold a higher position, right? You must be getting a decent salary, so how can you not afford the rent?
Well, I messed up a bit at work and got demoted.
Oh.
So my salary was significantly reduced and life became tough. We couldn't even afford the rent.
But that doesn't justify moving into my house by force. If your salary isn't enough, then ask Vanessa to get a job. Or there are other options like moving to a cheaper place, you know.
I haven't told her about the demotion.
Oh my god.
Because I, a graduate of top-tier university, messing up at work is too embarrassing to admit, you know? After all, she expects to lead an easy life as a housewife by marrying someone like me. How could I disappoint her so early in our marriage?
I see. You're trying to impress her and overextending yourself. But is it really that hard to make a living just because you got demoted?
She loves spending, so I haven't been able to save any money. She spends my hard-earned money on designer bags, jewelry, and stuff. We used credit card installments, so we have a pile of debt now.
Whoa, you have debt too?
Yeah, she went on a shopping spree with my credit card. Well, I also bought some watches and shoes, but...
So both of you are show-offs.
So if you move, we're coming with you. We'll start packing now. Just tell me the new address.
Not happening.
Why not?
It'll be cramped with you guys around.
Deal with it. We're a family, right? Besides, it's more fun with a bunch of people than living alone.
I won't be alone. I'm getting married.
What?
Come to think of it, I hadn't told you about it.
Who's the lucky guy?
The CEO of the company where I work.
The CEO? How did the high school grad manage to marry the company CEO?
Listen. You and Vanessa love making fun of my education, but the reason I started working early was because Dad got sick and couldn't work anymore, you know? I actually enjoyed studying. Even after I started working, I read a lot of books and studied on my own to get many qualifications. I also gained recognition at work, and now I'm even entrusted to go on business trips abroad. I'm different from you, who sits on his education laurels.
Darn it.
You belittled me and tried to kick me out of the house. Don't come running to me now, just because we're family.
You're cold for a sister. You don't care if your brother becomes homeless.
That's your own fault.
Then lend me some money.
Yeah, right.
I'll rent an apartment, so I need money to move. Give me the relocation fee.
Why do I have to do that?
Because you're the only person I can rely on. I can't ask Dad and Mom, who are retired in the countryside. You're about to become the wife of the company CEO. It's not a big deal to lend me money for an apartment, right?
Yes, it is. Before relying on me, you should get Vanessa to work.
Don't be ridiculous. She's never had a job since graduating from university.
She brags about her education but has zero real-world experience. It's laughable.
Shut up. Being a full-time housewife is a respectable job too.
She said the same thing. Well, even if becoming a regular employee is impossible, she could do part-time jobs, right?
I also wish she would work a bit and contribute financially, but asking her to take a part-time job now would be embarrassing.
Why are you still trying to act cool at this point? Thanks to her selfishness, you're in debt, right? It's only fair to make her work.
I apologize for trying to kick you out. I regret making fun of your lack of education. I'll make her apologize someday too. Just let us stay in your apartment for a little while.
I said no. We're about to start our newlywed life. Your presence would only be a hindrance.
We'll move out as soon as we find a new place. Come on, it's a good deal, right?
I decline.
Please, Tony.
Go figure it out on your own.
Wait. Don't abandon us, Tony.
Simon and Vanessa, unable to find a new place, headed to our parents in the countryside. Since Mom and Dad were already aware of them trying to kick me out, they were promptly sent away. In the end, they had to turn to the mercy of Vanessa's family and became lodgers there. However, due to her demanding personality, her family and she never got along well. Shortly after, they were kicked out. In a tough spot, Simon quit his job, and he and Vanessa found live-in jobs together. However, whether due to their inability to learn new skills or their problematic personalities, they couldn't fit in at their workplace, constantly facing scolding from their employer. Their proud educational background seemed to be of no use, and both appeared to be going through miserable times. As for me, shortly after returning from my business trip, I got married to my husband and we moved into a new apartment together. At the wedding, I received blessings from many people, and now I'm one happy wife. Taking my spendthrift sister-in-law as a bad example, I've decided to continue working hard. I aspire to be a good teammate to my husband, both personally and professionally.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.